YouTube, what it do? Today we doing a modification, putting the Andis blade, well, I'm putting a GTX Andis blade on the Wahl Detailer. This right here is the regular Andis blade. You know what I'm saying? It has smaller teeth. The reason for this modification is because I want to have options. This blade right here is great for, you know what I'm saying, lineups, but when it comes to thicker hair, it has trouble because how smaller the teeth are on this blade. So I'm gonna put the deep tooth blade on there for that thicker hair because I like options. And if you like options, keep watching this tutorial, you know what I'm saying? And I have no issue with the regular Wahl blade. I just like to be different. If you got on clothes right now, subscribe. So before we get into this modification, the tools you're gonna need is a Phillips head screwdriver and a flathead screwdriver. You're gonna need the Elite Clipper modification for this modification. That's a whole lot of modification. But I'll leave a link in the description below where you can purchase this modification. I got it from Nello Blends. I'm gonna link his description and I'm gonna link his profile in the description. God dog. But yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. If y'all want this modification, just click the description below. It'll be linked down there. But without further ado, let's jump right into it. Oh, and last but not least, you're gonna need the GTX blade or the regular Andis blade, whichever one you prefer. But remember, you gotta have them options, man. I recommend you getting both, you know what I'm saying? Because this blade is great for lineups, like I said. But when it comes to thicker hair, like afros and, you know what I'm saying, just thick hair period, that blade is gonna be a better, you know what I'm saying, option for you. All right, let's dive right in. All right, we're gonna start by taking the regular Wahl blade off of the trimmer. Wanna make sure, you know what I'm saying, you hold the blade so it don't fall off. You know what I'm saying? You wanna be able to go back to it and use it if you ever wanna convert back to the regular Wahl blade. But next you want to do is take this cam follower out. This is the part that connects it to the motor and allows movement for that cutting blade. What you want to do is press it, stick your flathead screwdriver, and kind of wedge this piece out. Just like that, you know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid, you know what I'm saying? Try to be gentle with it. It's not gonna break, as you can see. I just did that, but you wanna push this piece forward as far as it goes and stick your flathead in there and just assist yourself with getting these little legs out so you can pop this piece off. While I got my clipper open, I went ahead and cleaned out as much hair as I possibly could. What I did was I removed this spring out just so I wouldn't damage it. You just pull it right out just like I just did. Get that up out the way. If your trimmer isn't new, what you want to do is clean that area out. Now I want to show you how the spring go back inside of your trimmer. But if this spring comes out and you didn't mean for it to, what you want to do, you see how I got it sitting right in front of that metal piece. So that's how the spring would go back inside. Next step after cleaning out your trimmer, you want to grab this piece right here. This is the base. This is what your blade is going to sit on top of. You want those two holes at the bottom, the two open holes at the bottom. And how you install it, I basically sit the base right on top, holding it in place. And I'm gonna screw each screw little by little, just like changing the tire. You wanna screw each lug, you know what I'm saying, a little at a time. You don't want your base going on crooked and you mess up something. So screw it little by little, alternating each side. And this how the base should look after you install it on top of your trimmer. See that number 2 inside is going to be upside down. That is the number 2, you know what I'm saying? You want it upside down when you're holding your trimmer upright. And you want these 2 holes at the bottom. Now you want to pull out your blade. Be gentle, you don't want to drop that thing, you know. I'm gonna separate the 2 blades just for a brief period of time. And you want to insert this cam follower inside of your cutting blade, like so. It's gonna take a little pressure now, not too much pressure. You don't want to hurt yourself, but you want to hear a click. You want to make sure that piece is firmly seated up in your cutting blade, like so. I didn't hear no click, but that thing in there, it ain't coming out. To better get this cam follower seated inside of here, you see these grooves on the side where the springs are gonna go? I'm gonna take my flathead screwdriver or a Phillips head, you know what I'm saying, whichever one. And I'm gonna place it on a flat surface and just press down, not using too much pressure, just to get it all the way seated in. If you're having trouble, you know what I'm saying. This how it's gonna look after you get done. Next, we're gonna put this piece right on top of the motor. The motor is that little piece right there. When I cut the trimmer on, you see how it starts to spin? You want that piece to go right in between, right here where you see my middle finger. You want that piece to go right in there, and you want the arms on the spring to go right on the side, right into these indentions on the side of this modification. Or the cam follower, my bad. So you can see I got it. Let me see, let me get a better angle for y'all. I got the 2 arms on the spring right on the side of it. And I got that piece right in the middle of my cam follower. So now that I got that seated, what I'm gonna do now is press down on it. Okay, this how it should look once you put the cutting blade with the cam inside. Now what I'm gonna do is grab my top blade. You want to line it up with the hose. You want to make sure you don't strip it now, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you find that sweet spot. Alright, there you go. Only gonna screw it in just a little just to hold the blade in place. Oh, I'm struggling. Okay, there we go. Put a little pressure on the top of the blade. Don't let your screws do all the work. Just put a little pressure on there. Oh, here's a new screwdriver. Before you tighten it all the way down, be sure to check and make sure that piece in between the cutting blade and the steel blade is still seated properly. Still see it, it's still in between those two blades, and it's good to go. I'm gonna need a bigger Phillips head screwdriver. And there you have it. Remember, you gotta have them options, man. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.